Species 7 here. Welcome to the channel and welcome back to Farm Sim 25. I just dropped off our first crate of enoki mushrooms. Oh, we sold all the tomatoes. Look at us. So there we are. They were worth $800 something a crate to sell at our corner farm store thing here. So very cool. It is the 1st of October in game. And yes, City, thank you for coming back to me on that. No, we can't get rid of it. And that's fine. I've just decided I will ignore this corner of the map. Well, unless I need to go to sleep. Hi, Walter. God, you like go join a club or something, dude. Seriously. So, 1st of October. That's what I got to say about that. Any signs of... there is. Excellent. So this is now up. This wheat. So we can throw the second level of fertilizer down. I believe the same thing with this one. Yes, indeed. Lovely. Alright, so we definitely have a job to do today. But I want to, why is that stuck in the grab me position? That was kind of weird. I want to check the contracts. It's a new month. We might have some really cool harvesting contracts is what I'm hoping for. No, looks like the same crap. So I guess the sunflowers and the corn aren't quite ready yet. Yeah, see, that's this thing, and you need to run 2 people to do that. So what else have we got? 3,800 cultivating, yeah. Harvesting, hoeing, mowing. Ooh, an $8,000 mowing job and a $15,000 plowing job. Huh. Well, I definitely wouldn't want to use that plow, but you know what? I know a certain hired worker who would just love to. So, let's start by doing that. Did you give me a weight for the snoot? You did. Nothing like a good snoot weight in the morning. Now, today, I will be making my final trip into town. I'm into real life now, by the way, not farm sim. I'm going to be making my we can fold it. That's what I was looking for. Now it should swing behind us. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay, let's figure out where we're supposed to go. But yeah, today is a special day at this time of year. This will be my last trip into town before the silly season. That's I don't like to be anywhere near there for about the last 2 or 3 weeks before December, or before Christmas. For a number of reasons. None of which are probably very valid, but they're my reasons that I'm sticking to them. Okay, now I'm going to go here. And then I think we want to go where that little red car just came from. There we go. Lovely. Whew. We just got that stopped. Alright, I don't really need that on. We are going just to... God, it's bright in here. What the heck? It's twice as bright in the tractor as it is outside. Which, if I had the inside light on, would make sense, but not only don't I don't think I actually have one. Should probably look out the front window as I drive down the street with 6 tons of tractor and 2 tons of plow. Okay, I need some indicator. What field was it? 55? Nope. On beyond that. They won't pay us 18 grand for plowing out that little puddle of a field. So, cross the creek. For those of you that don't speak proper English. And it is that field there. Is there a fence around it? Well, what the awkward bleeding neck is that? This is the only one I've run across with this. Okay. Okay. So my hired worky friend, I'm not even going to try and sort you out. I'm just going to immediately jump to the hire someone that knows what the heck they're doing button, go okie dokie, and send you on your merry way. I'll come back in an hour or so and see how you're doing. Yes. Meanwhile, back in Paris, I was embarrassed. Actually, meanwhile, back at the farm, we need to do some fertilizing. What have we got kicking about here? Oh, you're noisy. Shush. I have a couple of, this way, bits and bobs and bags and stuff of, somewhere. Or do I? Perhaps I've used it all. No, there we go. So what do we got? We've got solid fert, bit of lime, and those are seeds. So I guess we're going to go solid fertilizer, at least for a start. Yeah. There you are, now you can make noise. And we'll see how far that gets us. Yeah, I'm thinking 6 o'clock in the morning wake-ups here on the farm are getting a little bit non-productive. As it is pretty much still dark. So, yeah. It's going to be like real life. Where, it's that time of the year where 2 of my 3 walks are done in darkness. So, yeah. Not, I mean, I don't really care. Makes it a little harder to see the black bears. But other than that, yeah, it doesn't really bother me. Okay, I think that'll probably, well, it'll be enough certainly for at least one field. I see our soccer ball hasn't had any young ones yet. But I guess it's the wrong time of year. It may be nesting there, but it's not gonna have the little ones for a bit. Okay, so let's say I wanted to start this way. What would I get? Steering assist. 1 headland? Sure. Okay. Okay. Apparently, we're going to be starting way over here. Oh, crap. Yes, I do. I forgot I put that on there. My apologies. Come on, keep rolling. There you are, you bugger. Alright. Grab a line. Hit the cruise control. Turn on the spray. Excellent. Excellent. Oh yeah, this one's kind of an awkward corner. I probably should have picked pretty much any other one, and there we go. Okay. Hey, plowing contract is 5% done. Yeah. Beep beep. Beep beep, yeah. And that should pretty much do it. I think there's one little kind of spot in the middle we need to do. Other than that, that should be plenty wide enough. So, where's that other line? There it is. Oh, that's kind of awkward. There we go. %, complete. Very nice. And that should, I think, do it. Let's have a look at the thing they call a map. Fertilized. Excellent. Yeah, we got all of it. Well, look. Sloppy work, dude. That's just terrible. Oh well. This one should pretty much be set up and ready to go. So, so this one's going to do one headland, one strip up the middle. Bip bip. Alright, we're 15% through our contract. Lovely. When you create a rice field, it does make quite a dip, eh? I guess so it'll contain the water as opposed to just flooding your entire farm. But yeah, it's quite a noticeable dip, man. Quite noticeable indeed. $175. Good lord. That's like a week's wages. What the heck, man? And I think this is the only other line. That fertilizer held out well. Man. Now. Okay. So is there another line besides the headland? I don't think there is. Nope. So that's it then, eh? Yeah, that's it. We are in a state of fertilized. So let's turn the lines off so they don't drive us nuts. There we go. Okay. And we'll just check. 100%. Oh, needs rolling. Well, it's unfortunately a little late for that. And this wouldn't have been the tool to do it with. I believe this is at 100%. 100%? Yes, it is. Oh, ready to harvest. Woohoo! We can do a monster mow. Interesting. I hadn't actually expected that. What a bonus. Well, that'll certainly keep us busy while our hired worker is out making us money. I could have done a better job, but we'll fix it. That because I'll get that wheel hung out trying to pull her out of there. I just know I will. So there we go. Now we'll slide her back. Lots of room. Brilliant. Get off of me. Okay. How are we doing here? Ooh, I could use a little bit of the fuelerific. There we go. Be a good boy and shut that off. You think? Yeah, no, I want to put a little bit of lime in the tank there. I understand it'll clean it for me. Would that... I guess it wasn't going to cost us anything. It cost us money to fill that stupid tank. Better not charge us money to empty it. Oh, Sooty, my friend. Your farm income? It's this thing. This is a solar panel. You have one too. This is where that little roundish shaped building is. You still have the little roundish shaped building. So, right by the beehives. But yeah, that's what's bringing your income, buddy. It ain't much, but it helps. At least that's one of the things. I think there's actually a second one that I might have eliminated. Not sure. That might have been when I was just out practicing to get used to the farm, but I'm pretty sure there might even be a second one. But that's one of them. There we go. Let's try and actually get into a position where I can pick the thing up this time. Now, I guess we might as well grab the rower of wind, which frankly sounds about as difficult as herding cats, but that's what they want to call it. I mean, I would have called it like a straw rower, you know, or a hay rower, or a grass rower, or, you know, something relating to what it actually makes rows out of. Wind just somehow, I don't know. It's like you're just making crap up now. Alright, now I don't think... that I want to bother with, or will I? Maybe I will, just for the heck of it. Oops. Because this is such a weird shaped field. What are you on? You're on that. That's fine. Now... no field detected. Oh, okay. How about now? There you go. Look at that. Yeah. Although I think that's yeah, that's not set up for the mower. So let's do yeah, let's just drop this thing for a moment. Okay. There you go, yeah. See, now you're thinking. Oh, come on. Alright, well, we will not be using that, as it's just not as bright as I was hoping. And with that said, it doesn't matter a damn where I start then. So... let's start here. Okay, let's lower you down, start you up, pop to the front. You are lower down, I believe. Alright. And this should keep us busy while our hard worker is doing his thing. Now, hopefully... I'm a little concerned about this. Because I'm not sure if running this in a tandem setup like this with the windrower trailing along behind, if we're not going to end up with one pile in the end of it. You know what I mean? Because every time we do a row, this is just going to keep pulling the other row into it. I hope this is far enough from the field to avoid those. Barely. Thank you. Well, we'll see. I mean, we'll figure it out. If that is the case, we might just have to get a little bit creative with it. Yeah, that is going to be an issue. It's just going to keep pulling the rows over until we have just one solid mass in the middle. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to have to do this in more than one step, I guess. Yeah. Is that still mowing? Is that what the deal is? Yeah, it is. Oops. I mean, oops. Might as well do that, make it a little more fair. %. Nice, dude. Work. Okay, now. So. No, I like that thing. At some point, we're going to have to buy one of these and use it. But that's not going to do it. So, going into the grass box, yield improvements, blah, 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 grasslands. Here we go. Into mowers. Huh. So, this is here, right? The big crone. But what seems to be kind of missing is the one that comes in the pack. You know? Is it under harvester? Oh, that's beet harvesters. Sorry, go back. Consumables. Peas, rice, sugarcane, cotton, olive, grape. That's forestry. It's not under there. Well, that's a weird thing. Okay, let's go here. It's Mac. Here we go. McCormick, Manitou, MacDon. Here we are. So it's $135,000. Good. God, Billy. Oh, I see. But you can also. You can also be used as a harvester. Oh, but I guess it's going to drop the stuff on the ground, eh? Still. Okay, well, no, I was curious why it doesn't come up under mowers when it had a mowing. I didn't realize it did all the other stuff. I thought it was just a fancy mower. But it is so much more. Not really, but you know. Alright, anyway, what we're doing is we're buying these. So, details, yeah, and buy, yeah. We got an achievement for that. I think they're implying I'm a bit of a gear pig. So, well, either you appreciate my business or you don't. Okay. There we go. Now, does this have... No, it doesn't have... I was just wondering if it had a mode selection for swathing or non-swathing. But it doesn't matter. We have a grass rower. No, oh God, stop. These guys are absolute monsters. Complete monsters. Alright. A fielding we will go. How's that guy doing? Oh, almost. Oh, there we go. 40%. 40%. Hi-ya. Alrighty, here we go. There's the toasty posty truck. Just missed out an opportunity to buy one of those when I was living down in Chilliwack. Time I found out they were selling them off, it was too late. Alright, let's head on down to the grass field. Yeah, that's better. This'll eat up this little field by guppies. Well, what the heck? Why didn't you... Oh, you do that on that motion now. You used to do that during the unfold, you buggers. You keep changing the rules. Alright. Down you are down. We will turn you on. Let's lower you down. Oh, we gotta back up here, don't we? Let's turn you on. Oh, you're not unfolded? You know what I mean? Now you are? Okay. Well, no you're not. Why won't you unfold? There you go. Now they're running. What the heck? Why are you not up? Jeez. Consistency. Ever heard of it? I didn't think so. is a pretty chunky grass field, actually. Awesome. Didn't seem that well. I probably had a hired worker do it. I say it didn't seem that big when I was planting it. That's fine. We don't need all of it in grass. Like I said, I think we've got about enough to get us through the winter. So I may wrap the lion's share of this. Not that I expect we're going to have $250,000 to spend on a cow barn in the next period of time. But I'm pretty sure silage will sell pretty good. If not right now, certainly at some point before the winter is done. Might make a nice little winter income for us. Or pre-winter income. I mean, it doesn't really matter either way, does it? And halfway done the contract. Nice. And even though it costs a bit of money, I'm glad that this one is using someone else's gear. Spend the $500, that way at the end of the contract I can just go bye. The hired worker takes a cab home, the equipment goes back to the shop, and good old Species never has to leave his tractor. Rah rah, Sister Bob, who will win? Oh, let the bells ring out and the people cheer. Okay. Freaking soccer mom. Yabo. As my UK friends would say, apparently. Whatever a yabo is. I don't think we have yabos in Canada. Pretty sure we have the equivalent. We just don't call them that. But yeah, from what I've seen of the people that are described as such, well, unless of course you're watching Clarkson, who's call anybody a yabo at it, but most of the other seem to have a very specific person that fits. I'm almost thinking I need to do a little more headland work here. You know, just so I don't like fall off the cliff. Because we can certainly windrow it into submission here, no matter how we mow it. Do the same thing here as well. Ooh, what the heck did we hit? Oh yeah, those yellow flowers, they're just freaking wicked, man. They'll flip your tractor right over. There we go. That'll make life a little better. See, this is where that cheaty mod, the baler with the windrow pickups on the front of it, would come in handy. There's a certain harmonic resonance going on between the two mower sets. Not always, just at idle. I used to notice it a lot when I rode, I used to ride a lot of sport bikes. It was kind of my thing for a while. And myself and all my friends would hop on our bikes and roar out the highway to wherever. I mean, you can only basically go 15-20 minutes in either direction, and then if you haven't decided you're going to get on a ferry to get further, well, you simply don't get further. But at certain speeds, certain distances apart, you would start to hear the harmonic resonance between the exhaust systems. And it would be that whoa, 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 whoa kind of thing. Sometimes really, really loud, like louder than the actual exhausts would account for. Not to say that we had quiet exhausts on our bikes. I distinctly remember spending the 15 minutes that it took me to grind the 4 rivets out of the my particular muffler so I could get rid of the plate that said for racing use only, not legal on public roads. I know. But it was a nice exhaust. What can I say? It was it was a really nice Kirker system. Rather expensive. Man, it made that bike scream. But yeah, the harmonic resonance between them was just wild sometimes. Absolutely wild. And yeah, I just noticed it with these mowers. Now that you're such a big deal, you guys get your own parking space. And we are almost 60% of the way through. Okay. Well, I'm gonna have to do a headland at least on this end. Because it's quite a big mess. Oh, really? Oh, yeah, no, it's the only tree in the place. Come on. There you go. Yeah, we're gonna have to go about here. There we go. Woodpecker. Sooty has quite the plague of them on his farm as well. And yeah, there is a reason why I'm not picking up that second row. Okay. 60%. There's the UPS guy. Yeah, oh man. Our parcel service is completely screwed here right now on the coast. I'll tell you, a lot of people are going to have issues with their Christmas shopping that they may have ordered in online, with it not arriving when they would hope it might, i.e. Christmas. Yeah. Our National Postal Service, which has been a failing institution for a few years now, like failing to the point where they are losing hundreds of millions of dollars a year, is currently on strike. The workers are a union, and they have decided that there are things that they need, and because this, like most businesses, and let's face it, the mail is a business, makes about 25% of its yearly revenue during this season, this is generally where they tend to hold their strikes. I mean, it makes sense, it's a good union move, it's when you have the most leverage, and negotiation is primarily about leverage. But the companies that have rushed in to cover the shortfalls that are caused by not having our National Postal Service running, at least as far as parcels go, obviously no letters are being delivered at all. So if you sent somebody a Christmas card, they will not be getting it. But yeah, lots of people willing to take up the reins when it comes to parcel delivery. In fact, since the pandemic, there's been a surge in couriers, I believe they call themselves. Although I believe courier is a much more noble profession. But, yeah, they were not as much as they might have thought they were and hoped they were anywhere near ready for the sort of volumes. As we all know, online shopping is like the thing of things for the last few years, so yeah, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to be getting some of the Christmas goodies well after Christmas. And although I am generally in favor of, workers getting what they need to survive, if it is in fact a case of that, and not straight up greed as it is with some strikes I've seen in the past by some companies, well, some workers for some companies. Problem with the posties being on strike is that, like I said, the Postal Service has been losing literally hundreds of millions of dollars a year for the last half a dozen years or so. And at the beginning of 2024, they announced that in early 2025, which was a long ways back then, they figure they would no longer be fluid. Like, they wouldn't be bringing in enough to cover the daily costs, i.e. wages, etc. So, at that time, they were making that assessment based on the fact that they would have year-round service. Not that, again, the time of year that makes them the largest portion of their account, they would make nothing. So I can only imagine that early 2025 has now been bumped up to, we're broke, you guys need to get out there and make us some money. So, and the problem with it is, well, then all we have to do is agree to the terms and the guys will go back to work. Well, the problem is, of course, the terms call for a bunch more money. Like, they want a 20% over the next 3 years or whatever it is. And I think the service has offered them like 11. But, it's a matter of, one, you always lowball in your first negotiation. That's just business. And secondly, they just don't really have the money to go around. So, interesting to see. We may well see the collapse of our, and it's been around since the beginning of the country, but this may be the year, well, not this, but this upcoming year. Looks like it may well be the final year for Canada Post, unless they're able to come up with some kind of a plan to, start making money again. Because, letter mail is just not a thing anymore. I've only been involved in one strike myself, and that's when I worked for the Paper Workers Union. Way back when at the mill up in Port Alice, and we did go on strike at one point. Now, luckily enough, at that point I was living in my cabin out at the lake, which cost me nothing a month in rent. So all I really had to do was survive, and I lived on rice and fish that I caught on a daily basis out of my front yard, which happened to be a lake. So yeah, it was basically a summer off. And see, there, you don't strike in the winter, you strike in the summer, right? Because it rains for 320 days a year. So if you can get those 40 days of sunlight, that's almost worth going on strike for, without even asking for anything in return. Yeah. By the time you spend 300 days of being rained on, you are so ready for a change in the weather, man. It has got to be the rainiest place in the frickin' universe, I swear. But yeah, we went on a strike. We were on strike for about 6 weeks. It cost a lot of the workers their mortgages because they weren't in a position to, most of the banks, I guess, would cover one missing payment, right? You could do that and not put your mortgage in jeopardy. But two, and yeah, unless you had insurance, you're hooped, right? They would start piling it on. So by the time you did get back to work, of course, then it's another 2 weeks before you get a paycheck. So yeah, for a lot of guys, it was getting pretty tight by the time we got back to work. And one of the biggest differences, the company we were working for at that time had more money than they knew what to do with. In fact, our mill was a tax write-off, and that's all it was. And they would admit it to anybody that would listen. They were an American company, Rainier, and yeah, they owned our mill up in Corvallis. It was a Rainier mill. And yeah, they didn't really need to make money with it. All they needed was to keep the doors open so they could have a business in Canada where they were being taxed considerably less. Now, once those rules changed, surprise, surprise, they sold it out to a Canadian company, right? Western Forest Products, actually. But, yeah, up until that point, we were an American-owned company. In fact, when I was working in what they call a finishing room, where they actually make the rolls of paper, well, it wasn't paper. We were a pulp mill, not pulp and paper. We made fancy pulp. But yeah, once I was working in the finishing room where the actual rolls of pulp were made, they had a rule in there. If you made so many jumbo rolls a day, your shift was done. You could go home. So, and they made it so that it was like a couple more than you generally made in one shift. Well, surprise, surprise. If you decided to buckle down and actually work hard for a living, you could do it in about 6 hours. So yeah, we were working half shifts for the longest time. It was almost amusing. Well, apparently it was amusing because I'm laughing about it. But you can laugh about a lot of things long past their due date. But only if they are long past their due date. Am I going to make this or fall off? If I make it, nuts. Right now, I kind of need to decide which way I want to go with these rows. And I think I'm going to follow this one. 70% of the contract. Nice. But I do hope they settle something soon, not just for the sake of the people waiting for their mail, but for the postal workers as well. Because that is one thing, if you are on strike, you are not earning a paycheck. They've been out for 3 weeks now, so they've missed one paycheck. A month before Christmas. Well, less than now, but when they went on strike, it was a month before Christmas. Now, this is going to start to get a little bit weird here. It's going to take the end of that one. And stop. This one. As soon as we get into a spot wide enough to drop these right about there, we'll kind of follow this guy this time. Oh god, watch the yellow flower. Oh, almost rolled my tractor. Okay, down you go. Might be a little bit of a mess here on the edge, but oh well. We'll just have to use our handy dandy baler and clean it up when we get to it. There we go. Wind Road. And we're about to hit 75% of the contract. But I think I've probably kept you guys long enough here today. So, next time around, we will get that baled up and a large portion of it hopefully wrapped in silage wrap. And then once it actually is silage, we can we'll sell it. So, there you go. That's not going to work. Thank you. Jesus, this thing is just a total horror to back up. It turns insanely sharply because the wheels are at the back, but it straightens out very, very slowly, again, because the wheels are at the back. So, but there you are. That's going to do it. Hope you liked this episode. If you did, please remember to hit that like button. Till next time. What am I looking at? Oh my god. What the heck? Dude. I mean, look at that. What is he doing? Why is he missing these weird spots? Well, I'm glad I waited a couple extra minutes here to show you guys this, because you wouldn't have ever believed it. What in the... Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, have a great day. Maybe not as great a day as this guy apparently has had up to this point, but, you know, take care of each other, folks. Ciao for now. I don't know what the heck he's doing. Oh, no, don't go... What...